Welcome to another edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love.
Mwah.
Look at all the snow. It just keeps snowing here. We wanted to show you outside and what it looked like out here, but we're probably approaching 4 feet. I just shoveled again, taking sugar out. It's like another 6 inches from when I took her out after skiing.
Definitely. And it's not showing any signs of letting up. So you've heard us say that we live in this magical snow globe, and we wanted to do the video out here so that you could see it and we could share this beauty. It's really like a winter wonderland.
Yeah, it is. It is. I love the way you call it a snow globe. I get it. It's just, that's what it's like.
It is. It's so beautiful.
Beautiful. Well, we wanted to share with you some thoughts around, I guess, disconnecting from things, I guess we'll call it, right?
Right. Or our relationship with things is really,
I love that because it puts a fine point on it, your relationship with your stuff.
Right.
It's almost embarrassing if I have a relationship with things like a car or, clothes or anything like that, right? But you check your relationship on these things.
But if we're going to be perfectly honest and looking back in time, there was definitely a time when, maybe we purchased a particular car that made us feel like we were more successful, or we bought a house in a particular neighborhood, again, that made us feel that we were more successful. And it's funny because when we had the flood and everything we owned, including that beautiful house in that fancy neighborhood, was pretty much destroyed, while we were rebuilding, we had this epiphany.
Yeah, we were rebuilding our dream home. And we started to think
what we thought
back then was our dream home, right?
Our dream home.
No, great point, because now I'd say this was our dream life, living on the side of a ski mountain, much smaller place.
Well, and I like the way you rephrased it, our dream life, because we really have no attachment to, the home, so to speak. And, we spent a lot of time working on that house, making sure that we picked out just the right items, etc., and came to the realization that it didn't have any meaning for us. There was no connection or relationship with the house. And we feel the same way with automobiles. We do not have an emotional attachment to many things that we own. I would say we don't have an emotional attachment to any of the things that we own, maybe with the exception of a few items that belong to people that are no longer with us.
I mean, things that are passed down. Yeah, you definitely have a connection with those. But, your connection with your stuff, you need to really check that. We were talking about this, how, you go to a outlet mall, and, you see people there just with bags and bags of stuff. I'm not talking about the holidays or Christmas.
Right.
Whenever I go, people don't need that stuff. But by the way, we were guilty of this in the past.
Absolutely.
I was just saying, we were talking about over dinner, how much of the guys are having fun.
Oh my God.
How much of your time was spent like shopping and buying other stuff? Ties that go suits for business or whatever it was. I can't even remember why we were there so often.
For no reason at all. There's a lot of theory that we buy things to fill up the void within ourselves, right?
Yes.
And I think once you realize that relationship, then and only then can you let go of those things and realize that they are not you. They don't identify you, even though at a period of time you may have thought that they did.
Right. Well, I think we all get caught up in that too. It's just all the advertising, the billboards, and the commercials that I see. We really don't watch that much TV anymore, but when I see commercials, when I see the ads, and flipping through magazines, it's just constantly that you need the best, you need the next bigger thing, you need the next new iPhone or whatever it is. You get caught in this treadmill. Right.
Exactly. And we're actually at a point where we're trying to do the opposite. We're trying to release ourselves from the attachment and obligation of things. Because once you have things, you're obligated to take care of them or to store them somewhere. And as far as you and I feel, they become a burden, right? And they weigh you down. So it's interesting to watch other people reaching out to purchase or to buy that new car or buy that bigger boat or buy one more tie. And again, we're not saying right or wrong.
Right.
We're just saying to really check your relationship.
Check the relationships. That was
with
key.
things. And, sometimes there are items that you see that are so beautiful that you really would like to lay eyes on them consistently.
Right.
And your brother Jason passed away in March 1st of 2012, purchased a very pricey piece of glass artwork, and he got a bit of flack for it, not from us, but he got a bit of flack for it, that he spent that much money. And when asked why, he said, because it's so beautiful and I really love looking at it.
That's great.
And it was a beautiful thing that he didn't do that often. That was really the only piece of artwork that I'd ever seen him purchase, and he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And looking at it. So it kind of made us enjoy looking at it because he enjoyed looking at it so much.
Well, I guess what you're saying, it's okay to like go out and buy something if you really like it, but you can't just stockpile it.
Exactly.
We know people leave
Right.
the names out, like stockpiling things. Someone that we're close with collected all these things. I mean, it's a fortune.
Right.
That now he has to unwind and get rid of all this stuff. It's
Lots
just,
of people
why,
do that.
Why do we have all that stuff?
Right.
Right. So you're saying it's okay to go buy maybe that one thing that you like that you want to look at. You can't fill your house with it.
Right. I'm actually saying whatever floats your boat. If you want to be a hoarder or a collector, I'm not going to be the one to judge. I'm just suggesting to take a very close look at your relationship with things, because the person who just always needs the next new car or the bigger boat or the newer watch or the more expensive watch or whatever it is.
Back when we had watches, now we all look at iPhones.
Exactly.
Right. No, but you're right. So the point of this is you just want everyone, us and anybody else out there, just like second guess yourself and check your relationship with all of your stuff. And do you really need it? And what you're saying is, if you do, that's fine.
Exactly.
Right.
And think about that for every future purchase of new stuff that you are buying. Say to yourself, what's my relationship with this item? Is this something that I need or something that is going to fulfill a feeling of happiness for about a half an hour, and then once I've gotten it home or after I paid for it, I'm probably going to put it in a closet or put it on a shelf, or it's not really bringing you a lot of joy, and yet you're spending your precious moments shopping.
Well, and then, I did this in a blog a while back, or we might have even done a video, but, we saw that great speech from one of the presidents down in,
love that.
I think it was down in Central America, but it was basically the things that you buy, the dollars that you spend all equate back to time you spent to get it. So you're not really giving up money, you're giving up your life, which that was really poignant.
Oh my gosh.
Made me really think, right?
That is, we should find that link and post it. And the other thing I want to leave as a thought is, when you are looking to give a gift to someone else, it doesn't matter how big or how small. What matters is the thought, and you and I no longer do material items. I don't want any more material items. I have no connection to that. But what I treasure is an experience with you, whether it's a ski day or a picnic that you've planned. Our girls planned a winemaking event with us that was so amazing, so fun. I'll remember it forever. Our girls know that they no longer get gifts for any of the holidays. It's all about time together, so we will set up trips where we can all be together and have fun memories. And
it's been great.
It's been incredible. So think about experiences and living life instead of collecting more stuff. And if you have a lot of stuff and you feel like it's bogging you down, give it away.
Right.
Get rid of it. Give it to someone who needs it, or sell it if you feel that you want to get some value out of it. Whatever it is, I am sure that it can be better served elsewhere.
Right. So in wrapping up, check your relationship with your things. Now you might have that special relationship with that teddy bear that you cuddle every night. That's different. But everything else, like
Exactly.
check everything else. You know, do you really have a relationship with it that's significant enough, I guess, to keep all this junk, right?
Well said.
Right. All right.
Well said. Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from the deck at Copper Mountain Nest.
Right.
Mwah.
Go ahead and click off. It's going to be right above us, I guess.
Yeah.
Circle. Thanks.